Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm looking at the Denver Broncos and explaining why I think they need to trade for Aaron Rodgers. But before we get into that topic, question for those of you viewing, I want to hear from you guys. Comment down below, what is Aaron Rodgers' value worth? He's 37 going on 38, but he's also the reigning MVP. What is his trade value worth? Is it 8 first rounders, 4 first rounders, 3 first rounders, 2 first rounders, whatever your thoughts are. Comment down below what you think Aaron Rodgers is worth trading for and what your trade package would be. But getting into the topic and explaining why I think the Denver Broncos have to pull the trigger on this is pretty obvious. The roster on this Broncos team is ready to win now. They just need a quarterback to lead them. It's not really a win now or never situation. Their Super Bowl window isn't now or never, but it is bigger than it's ever been before in the recent history. Looking at this roster between Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, and Noah Fant, the receiving core, a couple guys there that are up-and-comers. Noah Fant's a reliable catcher. Jerry Jeudy, emerging up-and-comer. Like I said, Courtland Sutton, very underrated receiver. Backfield with Melvin Gordon and new rookie Javonte Williams. One of those guys are going to step up and be a top running back in the NFL for sure. Looking at the defense, you got Von Miller and Bradley Chubb creating some pass rush that is scary for really any offense, any offensive line. You won't be able to double team both Bradley Chubb and Von Miller. That's going to be scary for any offense, like I said. Then looking at the secondary, I truly think this Broncos secondary might be the best in the NFL. Just looking at it, you have Bryce Callahan, Ronald Darby, Kyle Fuller, Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons, and Patrick Surtain. All 6 of those guys would be starters in 99% of the teams in the NFL. And on this team, there might be a couple of guys sitting on the bench that are worthy starters. But no matter how good your secondary, how good your pass rush is, no matter how good your receiving core, your running game is, no matter how good your roster is, if the guy that is leading your roster at the quarterback position is bad, you can only get so far. It's a well-coached team as well, and Vic Fangio in giving the benefit of the doubt to Drew Lock. Maybe if he just had a final year that wasn't, had COVID messing him up, if he had some consistency in the offense, had some receivers that weren't always injured, not that they're always injured, but had some receivers that weren't injured, Drew Lock might be able to turn things around and seriously lead the Denver Broncos to a competitor. But come on, we're talking about Aaron Rodgers here. This is just a complete upgrade. You're going from a top 25 quarterback, maybe in Drew Lock, to the top 3 quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. Even then, I don't know if Drew Lock's top 25. And yeah, there's Teddy Bridgewater. Even if you want to roll with him, he's still going to be in that top 25 range. Skillfully, he's completely different from Drew Lock, but Teddy Bridgewater, he's going to win a similar amount of games. I like Teddy Bridgewater. He's conservative. He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions, and he's a safe player, and he's a game manager. But again, he's not a Super Bowl quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is the reigning MVP. If you go out and get him, he's going to change your team for the better and instantly make you a Super Bowl competitor. You have to be aggressive in these situations. Broncos, you've been in a couple of spots this offseason where top quarterbacks have been interested in you. I mean, Deshaun Watson, when he was on the trading block, we don't know what he is now. He's talked about how the Denver Broncos was a team he'd be interested in. Aaron Rodgers, he said he would be interested in the Broncos. Broncos even had number 9 overall pick in the first round to go with Justin Fields if they wanted to, yet they're passing up all these opportunities and nah, we're fine. We'll go with Drew Lock. We'll go with Teddy B. I don't get it. Like I said, benefit of the doubt, I do think Drew Lock could play better with a consistent football team, but when we're talking about a top talented quarterback right now on the line, you ditch that. You ditch the guy that might have some potential, and you go with the proven guy that's got MVPs, that's got Super Bowl rings, and that is Aaron Rodgers. Looking at what a trade package would look like, you probably don't want to give up one of your pieces like Courtland Sutton or a guy in the secondary like Bryce Callahan or Ronald Darby or Kyle Fuller or Kareem Jackson. But when you're talking about Aaron Rodgers, you're not going to get him for pennies on the dollar. Yeah, he's going on 38, but being the reigning MVP, I'm thinking the Broncos, at minimum, are going to probably have to give up one of the 2 quarterbacks in Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater. So that way, the Green Bay Packers have a quarterback to work with Jordan Love, whether it be Drew Lock and Jordan Love to compete for the starting job in that quarterback room, and hopefully one emerges to be the franchise guy, or be Teddy Bridgewater so that he could play for a season and still provide some mentorship to Jordan Love. And in the future, when Teddy B is ready to pass the baton down to Jordan Love, the franchise will be ready and Jordan Love will be ready. Or Packers, they might want both, whatever it may be. I assume a quarterback will be thrown in the trade package, and I think there's no way they don't get away with at least 3 first-round picks. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you got positional guys that aren't quarterbacks in the NFL being traded for 2 first-rounders, such as Jalen Ramsey and Jamal Adams, each being worth 2 first-rounders. Matthew Stafford, he was worth 2 first-rounders and a third. Aaron Rodgers is better than all those guys. He's worth more than a Ramsey. He's worth more than an Adams. He's worth more than Stafford. And with those people getting 2 first-rounders and then some, Aaron Rodgers is going to be at the bare minimum 3 first-rounders and possibly a second and third as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers are like, we want Drew Lock, 3 first-round picks, 2 third-round picks, and Courtland Sutton. And I understand it's like, damn, that's a hefty price. That's completely changing our football team. That's really risking our future. But like I said, it's Aaron Rodgers. He will make up for, I don't want to say the lost cause, but what you are losing, what you're sacrificing. Or if you have to give up one of your 6 starting guys in the secondary, Ronald, Darby, or Kyle Fuller, or Bryce Callahan, or Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons, Patrick Surtain, it's worth it. Like I said, you got 6 guys that could start there, and really most of the times only 4 to 5 are going to be playing at a time. So if you lose one, you might not even notice if in a trade package you have to give up Drew Lock, 3 firsts, 2 thirds, and Bryce Callahan and Kyle Fuller, whatever it may be. Of course, you'll have at moments when 6 guys are on the field right there, but again, between those 6 starters in the secondary, you're not always going to have them on the field all at once. So if you trade one for Aaron Rodgers, you might not even notice, and Aaron Rodgers will make up the difference and sacrifice. I just really think the Broncos need to be aggressive. If they get Aaron Rodgers, you're an immediate Super Bowl contender. Does that not mean everything to you? Yes, Drew Lock might have potential, but Super Bowls are everything. This is why you play football. This is why you put a team together for the ultimate prize, the ultimate championship, and that is the Super Bowl ring. And being aggressive pays off. I know there's a risk, and I know it's scary, but it pays off in all sports, not just the NFL, but looking at the NFL, Buccaneers, when Tom Brady's a free agent, they are aggressive. What did it result in? A Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs had Alex Smith for several years, and they had several playoff appearances. They went 11-5, 12-4. They had successful years. They said it's not enough. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get a quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. What did it result in? A Super Bowl. And like I said, in all sports, LA Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers had LeBron James. They said it's not enough. We're going to be aggressive and get Anthony Davis. What did it result in? A championship. LA Dodgers. Been to the World Series several times. They said it's not enough. We're going to go out there and get the best outfielder in baseball in Mookie Betts. What did it result in? A championship. In all sports, being aggressive typically works out. And it doesn't just work out in the long run. It works out immediately. Broncos, you have to take the risk. Just thinking of a team with Aaron Rodgers, Bradley Chubb, Von Miller, Courtland Sutton, Noah Fant, Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons, Ronald Darby, Kyle Fuller, Bryce Callahan, Patrick Surtain. This team has Super Bowl written on it. And of course, you're going to be in a tough division. In the AFC West, that might instantly become the toughest division with Patrick Mahomes having to face him twice a year, up-and-coming Justin Herbert. Raiders, I wouldn't sweat about them really, but again, you can't just joke about Derek Carr. You can't just, blow him off and act like it's a cupcake game, and it'll probably be a game you could dominate, but I still wouldn't just overlook it like it's nothing. But still, the AFC West would be so intense. But Broncos, you would finally be able to hold your own and be on the same par as any Super Bowl team in the NFL. I'm just saying, I'm going for it. I'm at least making the phone call at the bare minimum, finding out what he's going to cost. Is he going to cost 6 rounders? So be it. I just need to know what his price is. Is it 3, 4, 5, 6 first rounders? What other players on our roster do you want? I need to know. I'm making the trade more likely than not, as long as they're not asking for a first round pick over the next 10 years, or if they're not asking for my entire secondary, they're not asking for Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, Drew Lock, Patrick Surtain, and Courtland Sutton. As long as they're not being absurd. Of course, I know he's going to be expensive, but still, being reasonable, what is he going to cost? I know he's an MVP quarterback, but still, 3, 4 first rounders, that sounds about right to me, and possibly an extra player they may want. I'm at bare minimum making the call, and if the Broncos pull it off, they are an instant Super Bowl contender, and that is everything, at least in my opinion. Winning a Super Bowl is what the NFL is for. But as always, it's not up to me. It's going to be up to the Broncos. I don't know what they're thinking in their front office. I don't know what the Packers are thinking in their front office. Aaron Rodgers might sit back, retire, and play Jeopardy. None of us know, but if he's on the trading block and I'm the Broncos, I'm making it happen, or at least saying what it costs to make it happen. But as always, guys, I want to hear your opinions. What do you think will happen when Aaron Rodgers get traded? Will he stay with the Packers? Will he retire? And of course, if you do think he should be traded, what is his trade value? Like I asked in the beginning of the video, to me, it's going to be a bare minimum 3 first-round picks, more likely not, possibly 4, but 3 first-round picks and a player or 2 sounds right by me, and of course, a couple late rounders as well. But again, guys, I want to hear your thoughts, so comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching. 2-minute warning.